Okay? The very reason why we ask our patients to reapply every 2 to 3 hours kasi hindi naman nasusunod yung tamang pag-a-apply ng sunblock. And this also depends on the SPF or sun protection factor kung tawagin natin. So ang tamang dami ng paglalagay ng sunblock is when they studied the sun protection factor is at least 2 grams per square centimeter. So meaning for your face and for your neck, so you look at the index finger.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Christine Albaciat, and this is Chat with Peds, where I interview experts in the field so that in order to empower you, mom and dad, to raise happy and healthy kids. So in today's episode, we will talk about sunburn. And my guest is a good friend and colleague, Dr. Gerald Serrano. He is a board-certified dermatologist and a fellow of PDS, or Philippine Dermatological Society. So let's welcome Dr. Je Serrano. Hi, Je!
Hi, Dean. Good afternoon or good day sa lahat ng mga televiewers mo sa iyong vlog.
Well, Je is a good friend, so I'll call him Je and he can simply call me Tin. So let's get started, Je. Yeah. Also, Je, a common question, how often ka dapat mag-apply ng sunscreen?
Okay, that's a very good question, no? Kasi minsan, ang ginagawa ng ating mga pasyente or yung ng mga nag-a-apply ng sunscreen, akala nila, pag nag-apply ka na once in the morning, that's good enough. Okay? So, we usually recommend reapplying the sunscreen every 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. And in real sense,
if normal day lang, wala ka sa beach, mas maganda
Yes. Yeah. Actually, mas often ka dapat mag-reapply kapag nasa dagat ka. Kapag nasa dagat ka, okay, every ahon sa water, we advise na maglagay ng sunscreen or every hour dapat naglalagay ka ng sunscreen. And dapat, pag naglagay ka ng sunscreen, very well covered. Okay? The very reason why we ask our patients to reapply every 2 to 3 hours kasi hindi naman nasusunod yung tamang pag-a-apply ng sunblock. And this also depends on the SPF or sun protection factor kung tawagin natin. So ang tamang dami ng paglalagay ng sunblock is when they studied the sun protection factor is at least 2 grams per square centimeter. So meaning for your face and for your neck, so you look at the index finger. So titingnan natin itong index finger at saka middle finger natin, yung pinakadulong crease, no? Itong pinakadulong crease na to, maglalagay ka ng isang linya ng sunblock dyan, isang linya din ng sunblock doon, and that's good enough to cover the face and neck. Okay? Ngayon, ang madalas na ginagawa ng mga pasyente ay malagyan lang yung mukha. So, kumbaga, they are really not getting yung tamang protection ng sunblock to their exposed skin. Kasi kung minsan sasabihin nila malagkit, madami, and how much more if they do not reapply.
Yeah.
So that's why we always tell our patients to always reapply their sunscreens.
Okay.
And there's also a factor ng pagpapawis, no? So those things we need to consider.
So you said pag nasa dagat, as much as possible every hour or every tuwing
every ahon maglalagay, magre-reapply. Yeah, that's how tedious, no? So all exposed part ng body, dapat hindi lang mukha, dapat hindi lang leeg, all exposed part of the body dapat nilalagyan ng sunblock.
All right. And on a usual day, especially in the summer, every 2 to 3 hours nag-reapply.
Yes. And it also depends, no, technically on the sun protection factor.
Okay.
Pero dahil hindi nga natin nasusunod yung tamang dami ng sunblock or ng sunscreen na nilalagay sa balat, prudent to say na every 2 to 3 hours maglagay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, combination, sunblock or sunscreen, then magpayo.
Yes, that's the best.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yun yung pinakamagandang gawin.
You mentioned SPF. Ano ba tong, what does SPF mean and which of the numbers should we pick? With what to,
Okay, actually, regardless, no, but the safest is SPF 30 and above. But even SPF 15 or SPF 50, no, or as low as SPF 15, okay na rin naman, even SPF 10. If only we understand kung ano bang ibig sabihin ng SPF na to. SPF, as I said a while ago, is sun protection factor. So, ano bang ibig sabihin nito? This is the number or the length of time na maproprotektahan ka ng sunblock mo. So, we
okay.
usually compute this na on this differs sa bawat tao. If we're gonna look at the technical aspect of the SPF, we actually compute yung tinatawag natin minimal erythema dose. Okay? So, minimal erythema dose is the time na, for example, in-expose mo yung balat mo sa araw, yun yung mamumula siya.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So, that's your minimal erythema dose. So, on the average, no, we Filipinos, we usually get 5 to 8 minutes of minimal erythema dose. So, what I do is, I average it at 5. So, better na kapag sa pinakamababa. So, for example, is SPF 30.
Okay.
Okay? So, SPF 30, you compute that by your minimal erythema dose, say 5 minutes. So, 30 times 5 is 150. Tama ba?
Okay.
Okay? So, that's 150 minutes of protection. So, 150 divided by 60 is, okay, mag-compute tayo.
Okay.
So,
2.5.
2.5. So, by applying the SPF 30, it gives you 2.5 hours of protection.
Okay.
So, if you get SPF 50, kaya nga lagi naman sinasabi na SPF 50 should be enough. No? And safe to say that you reapply every 2 to 3 hours.
Ganun lang pala yun. Nako-compute.
Yes. Yes.
Or erythema dose. Okay. Okay.
Oo.
Question, Je. Kasi may bago ng technology na may mga oral na rin na sunblock. I mean, how,
Yeah.
what can you say about that?
Okay. That's a very good question kasi nga very rampant in the market na ngayon yung mga ang dami na sa market ng mga oral sunscreens. Okay. The misconception is some patients akala nila they are already protected by taking these oral sunscreens, which is actually not. Okay? The oral sunscreens can never, ulitin natin, can never replace the topical sunscreens o yung mga sunscreens na pinapahid. Okay? So, what the oral sunscreens do is that they only prevent, these are high doses of your vitamins, and it prevents the formation of your free radicals. And remember, the formation of your free radicals are the ones that's causing damages to your DNA, resulting to the unfavorable adverse effects of ultraviolet radiation. And too much exposure to ultraviolet radiation can induce the production of your free radicals. So by taking this oral antioxidants, it lessens the formation of it prevents the formation of your free radicals. So yun yung itinutulong niya ng oral sunscreens.
So would you still recommend it?
Yeah, I give it to my patients, especially for those na with formation of mga melasma na, solar lentigines, or to those patients na heavily talaga exposed to sun, So, maganda na magbigay din tayo ng oral sunscreens together with the topical.
Alright, got it. How about pag on a cloudy day, pwede pa rin bang ma-sunburn?
Yes, So, pwedeng hindi ma-sunburn, okay? But the effects of the ultraviolet radiation from the sun ay nandun pa rin. Nandun pa rin naman yung araw, tinatakpan lang ng clouds. So usually by 20 to 30% lang yung natatakpan ng yung natatakpan ng clouds, and then the rest nakakaabot pa rin siya sa atin and can cause damage to our skin.
Okay.
Kaya dapat mag-sunblock pa rin even if it's rainy or even if it's cloudy.
Alright.
Dapat nagsa-sunblock.
Yeah, got it. So, Je, thank you so much. I enjoyed this talk.
Same here.
Yeah. If you want to meet Dr. Gerald Serrano, he holds clinic at G Derm Solutions in Kawayan, Isabela, and the clinic is open from Mondays to Sundays. So there you
Yes. Yeah. And sa mga listeners natin, sa mga listeners mo, sa mga followers mo who can't get to my clinic, yung mga malayo sa aking clinic, okay? They can always consult a board-certified dermatologist by the Philippine Dermatological Society. Lagi lang nating titignan ang Philippine Dermatological Society para masigurado natin that we are at the right specialty.
Okay. So they can
Or
check
specialty.
the website, I believe. Yeah. I-check lang nila sa site nyo, diba? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, always check if it's PDS certified. Thank you, Jet.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dean. See you soon.
Yeah, sige. Bye.
Bye.